Good evening. Good evening. Today is Monday, September 23rd. Hope everybody had a good day today. So, we have our panel as usual. Jazzy Moto,
Hello, everybody.
Sir Rich of Sir Rich Gaming,
What up? What up?
and last but not least, the one.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight, and hopefully, you guys are chilling more or less and had a good weekend and ready to start this week off. It's going to be a long, arduous week for some of us. Maybe some of you have a short week, but we're here to talk gaming for the rest of the next hour or so, and we hope you guys are engaged and see where we're coming from. But that being said, let's get started and see what everyone's playing. And on that note, let's start with the lady of the house, Lady Jazz. What have you been playing?
I've been playing, of course, 7 Days to Die. Uh,
Of course, I jumped on Friday night and saw you and Serge playing and having a good old time. And
yep. Playing to the wee hours.
oh
Uh,
my God.
yeah, because we got two separate campaigns, so. But, other than that, I played. What else? Oh, my mind just went blank. Why does that always happen? Riders Republic. That game's pretty
Oh,
fun.
I tried that for a hot second. I did try that too.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't like how. I mean, of course they gotta make money. Like if you want skateboarding, you have to buy it separately. But I had a few Ubisoft currency, so I just went ahead and got it. But it's pretty fun. What else? God, is that really all the only games I've been playing? Yeah, I think so.
Oh wow.
If not, I'm gonna jump in and say something else. But as of now, just those two. Not. Oh yeah, and I did play
When you
Jewel
start talking
Crush.
about Thanksgiving. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Third, what about you?
As you mentioned, 7 days to die.
You barely hear you, so speak up a little bit, please.
I said, as she mentioned, 7 days to die.
Of course.
Oh, oh, excuse me. I turned on Dragon's Dogma. I'm in a jail. Don't remember what I'm doing. Keep getting arrested.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Kind of
you
want to
hate that?
start over. Kind of want to
Ah!
start over.
I did play a little bit of
You
that
didn't
too, but go
start over.
ahead.
No, I didn't start
What
over, but I
happened to
kind
Okay.
of
me?
do. I think I'm only like 10 hours in. It wouldn't hurt nothing.
Nah, you wouldn't.
'Cause I think I'm still like 20 something. I ain't that deep in. Uh, of course, I was playing the Marvel's Capcom collection. I was
Oh
playing
yeah.
Punisher,
Dang it.
Marvel's Capcom Superheroes, and Marvel's Capcom 2 off of that. Still ain't played online yet, but I'm almost there. I was playing the Hunt Showdown, the new one that came out not too long ago, the 3-man one. Pretty
Yeah, I
decent.
played that for a hot second.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. The sound on there is insane with some headphones though. That when they say put the headphones on, it's the sound. The sound is definitely a major work of theirs in that one. And I wanna say that's it. I'm pretty sure there's something else, but no, I think that's it.
Okay. And last, I mean, the OG. What about you?
Oh, let's see. Of
Don't say
course, let me
baseball.
see. Oh yeah, I'm still playing baseball. You know that.
Jesus.
Um, Black Myth Wukong. I had stopped playing that for like a week or so. I got sidetracked a little bit. What else? Oh, Starfield. Getting reacquainted with Starfield again because
Oh snap.
Shattered Space is coming this week.
Is it this week?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it. That means it's tomorrow, right?
No,
Or
I think they.
Thursday.
You know what? They said September 30th. So they
Oh,
might be what, Monday?
next Tuesday. I think Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
It's next Monday, the
Okay.
30th.
Okay, yeah. Get real acquainted with that again. Of course, there was some powers that I had missed. I didn't get all my powers, so I went back and started getting some more of the powers.
I have to get all my powers first because I'm still playing. I told myself it's just too many games to play that I was gonna go back to that game.
Yeah, you get sidetracked very easily.
I got to get back to it. Go ahead. I do. I know. I do apologize for interrupting. What else?
Achilles. Still playing Achilles. I think it was one more I had tried out.
It sounded like you said tea leaves, but go ahead.
Tea leaves.
Rogue City. That's another game that I ain't beat yet, and I should have beat that game already.
Rogue City. Oh, that sounds something familiar.
RoboCop.
Oh, why you say?
I don't know why he said Rogue City, but oh well, let it be. You know, OG. You got to make life difficult.
Anyway, thank you. I was glad I'm not alone. I'm not alone on it because
I
usually
was
I'll
like,
be
what the devil is Rogue City? I'm like, I ain't heard of that. But oh well.
saying RoboCop like there's a bunch of RoboCop games. It's like a
It's
plethora.
one.
Because you know where my mind went when you say Rogue City, Star Wars. I'm like, what Star Wars game is named Rogue City? Because
No.
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, you thinking of Rogue Squadron.
It makes me think of Star Wars when you say it like that. It does not make me think of RoboCop. And if you care about RoboCop, I think you should make sure people know that that's a RoboCop you play.
Of course, that's a great game, and I'm kind of mad that I ain't finished that game yet because it's really good. I think you all enjoy that one. What else? That's about it. I'm still waiting to get my code from AMD
Oh boy,
for Space Marine 2.
I don't even want to talk to him.
It didn't come with it.
It did, but he fighting to get it.
I don't know. Then wait a minute. What happened? Give me the short version.
Evidently, they ran out of codes.
Oh heck no!
How they run out of codes?
How you gonna?
What?
Yeah.
How you run out of codes?
That ain't
I
gonna happen.
bought my Ryzen CPU from Micro Center.
That
Micro
doesn't
Center's
matter.
supposed to provide the codes from AMD. So they supposed to be replenishing the codes. They didn't told me this for 2 weeks now. And they still haven't replenished the codes yet.
So you thought Micro Centers
That's crazy.
owes you, or does AMD actually owe you?
It's Micro Center because they advertised a promotion.
Okay,
Then
so
I'll
Micro
I'll be
Center,
on
okay.
them. They be giving me mine.
So Micro Center, it ain't AMD who's at fault here. He's trying to get who's at fault. It's Micro Center because they was holding the promotion. So Micro Center is at fault for bait and switching on this one. Hey, how you run out of codes? At least they still gonna give you the code, but how you gonna run out of codes?
Yeah, so they replenished. I went on a discussion board, and they
I
have been
wouldn't be on.
replenishing the code. I've been talking to other customers too,
Okay,
and they have been replenishing the code. So
stop. Let me ask you a question, because stop. I'm gonna ask you. They Micro Center keep reissuing codes, but you are not on the receiving end of said code. Therefore, you are on a message board where you bought it off of right off of in what is that street? Elston, right? That's the one you went to on Elston, right?
I bought it online.
I
Oh,
like
you
the one
bought
on
it
Elston.
online.
That's the one.
Why didn't you just go on Elston?
Same day.
I bought it online.
So that remains to be seen why he
He
didn't answer
just
my question.
repeated
Go ahead.
himself. I
Go
bought it
ahead.
online.
Finish.
It was about
Go ahead.
a Ryzen CPU or GPU. Get Space Marine 2 free.
And you bought the GPU.
CPU.
Oh, you bought a CPU.
And that's what I said. The GPU, I could see them, but CPU, it's interesting.
That's where I got my
So what
super
else you
when I
play?
built this.
Because you ain't gonna have that game for another couple of weeks. But go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Okay.
That was it.
Let's see. What did I play? I've been playing. I
Jazz, you
played.
say she got something else. What she say?
Okay, go ahead, Jazz.
Oh no, I put
She
it in the
typing.
chat. Yeah, the other games I forgot that I played. Football Club 2024. I go Manchester
Okay.
United and undefeated. Doom and Little Skyrim. That's it.
Okay. Let me see. What did I play? I played. Yeah, that's just what I think. And I played Call of Duty. And on Thursday, they had the free play day. So I downloaded the game called Stray Blade. And that actually could be a fun game, but I don't like the traversing back and forth, and it's not clear where you're going, but the story is building up pretty good. I played a
The
game
Blue
called
Blade?
Portal. Excuse me.
What was the name of that?
It
The
wasn't
Blade? What?
Stray Blade.
Straight Blade.
STRAYBLADE. It was free to play day. So at any time that happens, I try to play it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's what kills me from playing on the weekends. I try to play those for a hot second too. I played a game called Portal Knights. Then I went back into Mafia for
What
a hot
Portal
second.
Knights? That's a classic one. I
Yeah, I
forgot all
played
about
that.
that.
Ah, yeah. And Mafia too.
I played Mafia. Went back to try to get a couple uh missables, achievements, and I still got one to go. I played this game called Missima because that was another game. 'Cause they had at least 5 to 6 game of free play days, and I downloaded it. I tried to play Wargroove, and I said, no, I won't play that. So those are the games that I played. And just my staple is Call of Duty, and I played that. And I think Call of Duty reset this week, and so a lot of people are on it. I don't care what anyone says. There's a lot of cheaters on Call of Duty. I'm sorry,
Always has been, always will
girl.
be. Unfortunately.
It,
Call
Yeah,
of
they
Duty.
be
it
trying to
is.
get rid of them, but then it's like
Yeah, it's
when there's
like
not enough players, they just like
Workaround.
whatever. They're fine with it.
so.
Call of Duty.
Then they release a
It's
new
Call
game,
of
get
Duty.
And
mad.
remember the
I
theory,
mean,
and remember the theory that they make the people who buy the items more powerful, so you tempted to buy
Oh
the
yeah.
items.
yeah, that could be very true. I heard that that's not supposed. They can get sued if that's actually true because they state that that's not happening. But in so many ways, I'm like, no, something happened because some of these people who have all these little who buy these uh, outfits and guns and all of that, I'm like, they appear to be a little bit more powerful.
Like the
That's just not.
accuracy,
Yeah,
they
why your
Yeah,
auto
bullets
detect
faster than
might be a
mine?
little a little higher. Like they got a couple of notches of auto aim a little bit more.
hmm
That's
but I
all it
play.
would take.
Yep, I played those. And that's about all I played. I didn't play. I am 2 or 3 games I need to try to get back into, but I just don't have the time.
Don't
And
forget about Diablo.
I forgot. Yeah, I got to get back into
Hey,
Diablo.
what's up with that saying trial all of a sudden?
What trial?
When it says on Diablo, it says trial on it now. What's up with
Does it?
that?
Trial.
Oh,
I
it's
never seen it.
changed because
Unless
we
you
didn't.
bought it.
We all had it before Game Pass,
Right. So I'm like, I don't know what it
You bought it.
and
all
then
about.
on
So I
Diablo 4, when it just says trial on mine.
don't say
Like
trial.
you could play up to 20, level 20. I'm like, is
Really?
this because of the DLC? Is this
No.
because of DLC?
Did the DLC release yet?
No,
Okay, then I don't
it's
know.
They
next
messing
week
up.
I think,
Okay.
No, it's
or
coming in
so.
about 2 more weeks.
Okay.
I think it's next week.
Okay.
I
Well,
think it is.
let's to get started on a couple of these topics, but that's all
It
I
might be
played.
October 8th.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think it would release next week, but like he said, 2 weeks that'll be around almost October
I
8th,
think
right?
this is a
Because
promotion they running for it, trying to get people to play like a free play time,
oh,
and they
okay,
just call it free trial, but I guess it'll go back to regular looking.
well, oh, I guess okay, maybe that's the
Yeah,
case.
maybe that's it.
It just says that because it's a free weekend.
Okay, so let's get these one of the topics I didn't send the link for because it was just announced. So I just want to get you guys' quick take on this. What do you think is going to be announced? Because tomorrow, September 24th, PlayStation is supposed to have a state of play. What do you think they're going to bring to the table?
Oh boy.
Shima or Ghost Stuff Tsushima remastered.
You know that's coming. Remaster the remaster.
Re.
The re.
Nah,
I
they
can
just
see
gonna
that.
talk about Metal Gear. That's what they gonna. That's a new remaster. They only
Silent
did that
Hill.
3 times. They only did that 3 times, and Silent Hill.
That's the
Oh.
only thing.
Yeah, that's
Ray
definitely.
Ray said Days Gone remake in the chat.
Remake, I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Remaster. A
You mean
remaster for the
Remaster.
PlayStation
Okay,
5.
let me rephrase that. When I say remake, I mean remastered. From
Yeah,
this,
because it was, he's from a
it-
time before there was only one word,
yeah,
and both
it's-
words meant it.
You know what? You make a
I'm
good
not-
point.
I'm not talking about remastered where they redo the code and do everything better and
Yeah,
make a totally new
no.
game off of new code. You know, they just taking the game and redoing it. No, they are just tweaking the game, better frame rate, better this, better that.
Yeah. And that's what's
like
that?
taking your clothes and washing them.
What's the correct term
Rewash.
for that? When they just
Right.
re-up?
Remaster.
Reloaded.
Remaster is the correct. And then what's the correct term for the whole redunculous though? Like what they recently did to the Dead Rising.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Collector's edition, and we gonna charge you full price. But
Well,
it's
they-
shiny.
Supposedly didn't remaster that. They redid the code in that one.
Mhm.
Supposedly.
It does look better. I give them that. I'm a buy
Because
it,
that
so
was
I'm just
an
talking mess.
Xbox One game they kept remastering.
That mess was 360. I still got it.
Well, 360.
Okay, so what do you think they're bringing, Surge?
That walking simulator too.
Oh, I forgot all about Walking Simulator.
Baby steps.
Oh yeah.
Walking simulator with
That
the
I
death
would actually
slime.
try.
Yeah, baby steps.
I would hope they have some new IPs, but I'm guessing they're gonna probably have a bunch of announcements of like collectors editions and stuff like that. Not collector's editions, but anniversary editions.
I think it's gonna be a bunch of. Oh, OG, go ahead.
I already gave mine.
Remastered. Yeah, he went first.
Did you? Oh, he
He
went
went
first.
first. Yeah.
Jazz, I'm pointing Jazz.
I said Silent Hill. Now I'm looking at it. Metal Gear Solid 3. Ooh. Remake, but those are my
Not
favorite
remastered.
games. So
Well,
I'm not
Silent
mad.
Hill is one of our. We most definitely Silent Hill because Silent Hill is launching next week. So that's one of our talking
Mhm.
subjects of conversation.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Shoot. A new disc drive. No. Oh yeah,
Do you really count
Wolverine.
Monster Hunter Wilds though?
Yeah, what?
I said, do we really want to count Monster Hunter Wilds?
Why? Because it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question
and they
was,
kinda-
what are they
What are-
going to show?
Yeah. I
Well,
was
it's
like,
It's not
eh.
about what's multiplayer. The question is what they going to show.
That's on my first answer was Silent Hill. Even though we getting it later, but you know they gotta claim ownership for the first chunk.
What they
A year later.
talking about Marathon? They might show Marathon.
I think they may show that. I agree with you on that. I think they may show Marathon, but rumor had they're mostly going to show third party stuff. So I don't know.
I mean,
But
what do
I
they
still
have to
think
offer other than
Marathon gonna be
third-party stuff?
canceled.
here's my issue. If you're not going to, unless you're trying to, if they show Wolverine, that's just to keep the fan base happy and say we got something because they've been complaining about
And it would be
no,
wise because
uh,
off the fuel off the
no.
movie.
What movie?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
But the game that'd be like, but the movie's already out.
I know,
So
but
if
I'm
you're gonna do
saying
that,
like the hype, like the feeling of it, and like,
okay.
don't forget
Here's
about
The
here's
this.
Wolverine
okay.
feelings.
Here's my point. Well, let me give you something. on the side of that. If you're going to say that, then Microsoft should have released the rumored Transformers, re-released those last week when the Transformers actually came in. They didn't. And if they release the game next week or the week after, I'm like, okay, you missed the hype more or less for it. So why do it now? The only reason they would do Wolverine, in my opinion, is specifically to give it the hype, not because of the Wolverine Deadpool, more or less, but to say, okay, we want you to see how it's going to look at the PS5 to get people to buy the PS5.
Yeah, and it's rumored that a Wolverine
Even though
movie
the
is
game ain't
coming
coming out
out.
for a year or two. PS5 Pro, the PS5 Pro is going to be
And
optimized for the PS5 Pro,
that
or they're
too.
going to show, and then they're going to show all these remastered games specifically for the PS5 Pro because they need to get the hype up for the PS5 Pro, and as to why you paying $700 for it. So to me, and then they're going to do something probably with that VR. They can probably come out with something with VR, maybe,
Definitely.
because they do that all the time. But I think the emphasis is going to be on any game remastered for the PS5 Pro, and probably, as Jazz said, Silent Hill. That's going to be their attack because if they can constantly get people to become hyped for Wolverine, but the thing is not Wolverine. Wolverine's going to be Wolverine. You already saw it. But if they show Wolverine and say optimized for the PS5 Pro, and it looks better than that crap that they show when the data when
All the old
leak,
games.
no, for the leak, when they were leaked, the game was leaked online. People
Oh,
saw it.
you
Oh yeah,
mean
that
when
was, that was
that
real
test
early
code,
stuff,
that all the
Yeah, it was
test
fairly cold, but
oh
no, but you still gotta come back and say, okay, you gotta do something with it. I'm really gonna say the game's gonna look like Spider-Man in that graphic.
Yeah, because that's Insomniac style,
That's their style. It's gonna look
their
just like
graphic
that.
style.
I don't think it's gonna differ
Yeah.
that much. It's gonna be different games, right? But it's not gonna differ in the style of play it is. You can tell their type of games. So that's what I
How's
think it's gonna be.
how's
Go
he
ahead.
gonna transverse that universe? You know what I mean?
they
What?
can
No,
be
I
in the
don't.
same universe. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
They
What
exist in the
university?
same universe. What difference is it? They can be the same thing because they're from the
You
same
talking about
universe.
Spider-Man
He
and the
talking about lore. He talking about lore.
oh yeah, they can exist. They coexist. Wolverine was never in New York anyway, so
Mm-mm. They always met somewhere else.
yeah, it was never actually defined because he was all over.
Well, it was a couple of times where when they were working with the Avengers and X-Men
F-
and stuff like that, but it was like
But I'm
far
From the
saying he was
fetched.
test,
never like
They
Spider-Man
never
was
knew
no
what city he came from,
right.
basically.
Spider-Man was always in New York City, no matter what.
I
That
mean,
was
from
his
the
home.
test stuff we seen, he's transversing on top of roofs.
They don't have rules in other cities. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's not in New York. They said
Yeah,
that
that was definitely what
I
New
think
York.
that's like Louisiana or somewhere down.
That could be the
Louisiana.
Bayou.
They
It
should
could
have
be the
made it.
Bayou. Okay, we'll see.
And
Because
was
tomorrow at what 5 o'clock? Let's see, three. Yeah, 5 o'clock our time. I expect them to come hype. That, like I said, I think the main emphasis is going to be on. Oh, maybe game. No, it's going to be on what games for the PS5 Pro. Rumor has it the Bloodborne movie and the download. I mean, the DLC for Astrobot maybe.
Mm.
what you think of the 30th anniversary edition of PS5?
Is that to me? It's a good question.
I think
Yeah,
that is directed at you.
That's to me.
Yes, that's
yeah,
directed at you.
yeah,
How long have you known me? You know me a good while, right?
yeah.
Uh,
Too long.
I think he just wants you to
Too
say it out
long.
loud for the fans,
that's my
for the
point.
people in the
Too
back,
long.
for the people in the
I
back.
mean, what is it going to do for me? I mean, I'm not going to collect it. I'm not going to pay $1,000, 1,500 for something like that.
For a skin.
No, I'm not doing that. I mean, that's why I asked. You know me, so why would you ask me of all people? You should ask Surge, something like that, or
He know better
Jazz.
than that. I don't care. My stuff be on the shelf underneath it. It plays good. I don't need to see
Yeah.
that. Jazz though, that's valid.
Oh, so Jazz, she'll get it.
Like the look
Maybe
of it, Jazz.
she. I don't think she'll get it. I think she'll get a sticker.
Which game? Which game?
No, the old school PlayStation
30th
5. What you
edition.
think of it?
Oh, psh. Look, it's called, what he say? Sticker. I'ma get me a skin. Costs $5.99. Look the exact same. You want me to pay for plastic and hardware? Look, no.
I'm not down for that marketing stuff like that. I mean, I play the video games, but if my PlayStation right now is collecting dust, well, I'm gonna get another one to collect more dust.
Hey, if you really want to make it fancy, take the casing off and go get some spray paint and spray it. Make,
Just plug the ports.
just make it fancy on your own.
And so you posed the question, OG, you getting it?
Nah.
He know he want it. You know he want it.
He may want it because I know I'm not getting it. I can promise you that.
I saw an interesting rumor about the PS4 price. They were saying they were supposed to be 500, and they just saying that because of the failure of Concord. That's the new rumor mill going around.
They ain't that crazy.
I know, right? I was like, how when it was projected way before that was even seen to be coming out.
Okay, well, did we talk about this last week? 'Cause this was another short topic I want to get off. The Nintendo Switch rumors and all that, and the specs and the
I
look. What
don't
do you
really
think?
think that's a rumor.
You think it's true?
It's only a matter of how long it's been since the Switch came out. It's about time for them.
Well,
They
you know what?
usually
Speaking of
announce.
that, it is about time. But here's my problem with that. If the rumor is true, my only pushback with that, maybe it is true, is that I was at a store this weekend and I've never seen the Switch in the store. Now I saw 3 or 4 of them
Mm,
in the
saying
store.
the
So
popularity
maybe,
might maybe increasing because you're seeing
we,
the product.
yeah, no, well, I'm saying that the popularity, people remember they used to be hard to find. I've never seen Switches
Oh, true,
available. What I'm saying
true.
is I see them more available now. So does that lend credence to the fact
let let
That they may
that,
need
yeah,
new
people get
hardware
tired of it, or
because
they're
let's
where they get
let's
new
put it
hardware,
this
or
way.
you say what, OG?
I said let's put it this way. My Nintendo stock went up $4. So what that
Our
tell you?
Nintendo
Shit, let me
stock
look
went
at
up
mine.
$4. Let me look, because I didn't know that. I ain't been keeping
Right.
track of my
Hold on.
Nintendo stock.
he said, "Wait, that's good news to me."
So
Cha-ching.
you saying it's trading at what?
Wait,
You
them
saying
the
you
sounds I
saying
like to hear.
you saying it's trading about $14?
Almost. Still rising though. Almost there. I think I paid $9 for it.
I
What's
paid
almost?
10.
What is it? Like 350,
It's
13,
it's like
25?
$13.75.
Yes, that's it.
13.75. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost 14. Yeah.
So the rumors and anticipation for the new one is doing something.
Or is that just the end of that quarter?
Well, the quarter don't end until what? Let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July,
Well, are they up?
September. So this is the end of the quarter. At the end of this month is the end of the quarter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it? So
Yeah,
that
end
means
of the quarter.
that's the next
Yeah.
month projections there. What you saying? We should be getting
Yeah,
them
I don't
numbers by
know.
the 15th, maybe.
I just know if they announce it soon, then it's going to kill Christmas for them. So why announce it because if you say we're going to bring it next year around January, February, or March, let's say it releases in March. Why announce it now when you're going into a holiday season? That means that you
You
may
gonna
have
decrease your sales
you're
because
right,
people gonna
right,
be
Right.
anticipating a new
Why
system.
why
right.
cannibalize
They
yourself?
waiting.
I
You
was
go
paying
because
regularly
people
for
gonna be
that.
anticipating a new system. Like, why should I buy
Right. So
anything
why
on
would they
this
buy
system
it?
now?
Right. Exactly. So why buy the old Nintendo? Because we all like new.
Mhm. Or are people really excited for this Zelda that's gonna drop? Or was there more people that wanted Mario, just a Mario RPG and all the classic games that they've been releasing?
Nintendo. Sorry, my socks finally loaded.
Well,
Apple still in lead, followed by Nintendo.
we'll see how that goes, but I don't think they're going to announce it. If they announce, to me, it'll be stupid of Nintendo to announce it before the holiday because that means the old one's going to sit on the shelf.
So you saying spring?
Yeah, I would
If
not
they
announce
do,
that. Yeah, why?
I
No,
think spring.
yeah,
I think spring.
They're
and if
gonna have
I
them in
just think
pastel Easter colors. Watch no.
I just think Nintendo is doing what Nintendo do. They steadfast when they get that road going. What's Blaze Strike? It's a new game called Blaze Strike coming out, 2D fighting game. And Mario Party Jamboree is coming out October 17th. The new Mario Party.
oh, really?
October 17th. I said January. October 17th.
Ooh, you should get it.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo is a
Invite
beast on their
everybody over.
flip party.
Mm-hmm.
And the Atari 50 anniversary collection is coming out on the 25th of October for Switch. I think that's on multiple systems. So isn't that coming out for everything?
Yeah,
The Atari 50
probably.
anniversary.
They
Sonic
can give you
Generations.
they can give you 10 to 20, get 20 games that take up less than
They can give you the whole
a
collection.
meg.
They can give you the whole collection on that
Yeah,
thing. If out there, Atari games were they like 5, 10
10
bits.
meg. Yeah, so you can get the whole thing on 10 meg and
They used to
call
be
it a
2Gs back in the day. Don't laugh.
What's
Hey,
a
they was doing
megabyte?
yeah,
Oh man.
they was doing miracles.
Mm, mm, mm. Back
But
when them
we'll see.
kilobytes and bytes, the megabyte was
Mhm.
rare.
We'll see what happens when it comes to that. I don't know, but we'll see. All
The
right,
announcement
so
of what PlayStation is on the State Play.
what do
That is.
y'all? Let's talk about. I want to say that for last. What do y'all think about the Silent Hill 2 remake will be a PS5 console exclusive for at least 1 year? What do y'all think about that? Since Jazz brought it up and she says she's going to buy it.
Eventually.
What do you think? Because what are your thoughts on that? It's being exclusive. I already know my thoughts, but I want to hear what you guys
Oh, I
think.
forgot about that, dude.
I say it's one of their quote unquote, and this is air quotes, it's one of their babies. So of course they're gonna want to have it for a year. Get whatever money they can before it goes to everybody else. And if I were them, I totally understand it. You know, because I think Silent Hill automatically think Sony. I automatically think PlayStation. So
That was a lot of games at one point. It
Okay.
was getting smaller.
So that's what you think. You think it was a wise move.
yeah, me personally, like if from a Sony perspective, yes,
Okay. From a Sony perspective.
yes.
Okay.
That's me trying to be
Anything else you got?
non-biased.
Okay. Anything else you got on that?
No.
How do you think it's gonna sell? How do you think it's gonna sell?
I don't know. I want to be hopeful. I think it might sell better than Final Fantasy VII Remake. Maybe. Right on the line. Because I know they were expecting big
Interesting.
numbers for that. And that didn't
Interesting.
happen. And this is
Interesting.
and I only say that because this is an old classic. But
And
just my opinion.
I think
Okay.
Sony
Serge, what about you?
I think Sony have a lot more horror fans than they do RPG fans
Mm-hmm.
at this point. So I
Really?
think at this point,
Oh my.
because what have they released for the RPG fans that has been true to form? They have been
That
disappointing their fans.
that was but the Final Fantasy was a remake as well. Am I correct with 7? And
and that disappointed a lot of people the way it was
okay.
done.
Okay. Okay. So
For
you're saying
the
that
fact
in your
they were trying to force people over to the PS5 by releasing the first half on PS4, and the only way to complete the game is you have to purchase a PS5. I think they lost a lot of people in doing that because a lot of people like a $500 investment.
Silent Hill is only going to be on the PS5.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But this is after the fact. Like this is a new game. Like you don't get half the game later, and then
Yeah.
you have to buy the system for half the game.
Okay.
That's
That's
why I
a
made the
major
Final
ask.
Fantasy comparison. But yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Y'all got some interesting thoughts. I'm like, okay. Anything else?
I think it'll do well because, like I said, people have been enjoying the horror games. I don't really remember how well the Resident Evil remakes sold, but Resident Evil been done to death, and Silent Hill. I think it's a fresh take in a sense.
Interesting.
You should get the people who like why do I always forget the name of this game? The other Resident Evil game. Evil Within. I think it would capture the Evil Within crowd.
Yeah. Because I think that's in between of these two games, Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Okay. Well, yeah, so how you think? So you think it's gonna do well?
Before we answer that, don't forget to like and subscribe. But
Oh
yes, I
yes.
think it's
Oh
gonna do
yes.
well.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And view it again.
As I'm clicking like, I was like, oh wait, hold on. Since I'm doing it, let me let y'all.
Okay. OG, what about you?
I don't think it's gonna sell. I think
And
these
why is
people
that?
waiting to show off the power of the PS5 and the remake. It just looks like the old game to me.
It's a remake.
Ooh, you gonna start a fight from that?
What? Look like the old game? Okay.
Yeah.
And don't forget all the people that were waiting for PT just to be disappointed. So maybe they're going to shift over to play this.
Okay.
I think the hardcore guys that like the Silent Hill will buy Silent Hill. But other than that, nah.
Okay, what's our numbers? Because I don't even know my number, but I'm saying it and putting it out there because that's what you usually ask too. One.
Okay.
Ooh, can I
You do
interrupt?
OG?
Can I interrupt?
No,
just for
go
2
ahead.
seconds?
Right ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm scrolling and just want to say happy birthday, Nintendo. They turned 135 years old today, but that was our last topic.
Jeez.
Yep. So happy
All
birthday,
right.
Nintendo! Yay!
All the way
Even
from
though
America.
even though Nintendo wasn't making video games,
Yep.
What were they? A printing company? What
They
was
were
They
this?
were
trading cards.
yeah,
Trading
they
cards.
they
Trading card
evolved.
printing
They
company.
evolved.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
they
says
evolved.
September 23rd, 1889.
Yeah,
Fujishiro
they
Yamaguchi
evolved.
founded the
And that would
card company
explain why they.
Nintendo Kompai in Kyoto, Japan.
Man, I knew it was printing something. I just couldn't remember what they printed. No, that was a good one. You did
good.
MJ proud.
Yes.
Yeah, sure did.
Tell him I gave Nintendo props.
Okay.
Interesting facts. That's 10 years before my grandmother was born.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. My grandmother died in 1960.
The more you
Wow.
know.
Yeah. With 2 generations from slavery
Perspective.
on my mother's side.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Here he go. And I just watched that movie too. CB4.
Anything?
I'm black, y'all. I'm black.
Anything else about what's your thoughts on Silent Hill?
I think it's gonna be fun. Only because
Oh,
I
I
played
didn't
the
say
first
anything
one.
about that. I'm not talking anything about your gameplay. I'm talking about OG.
No.
What do you think? You think anything additional, OG? Before I give my POV.
No, I think the hardcore people that like Silent Hill will buy Silent Hill.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Let me give you my point of view. And I'm sorry to say this. If that game sell over 2 million, I'll be amazed. Because you being Sony, has cultivated your gamers to only play a certain type of game. You had
Yes,
Final
sir.
Fantasy come out.
Yes,
Boom,
sir.
it didn't do as well. You had Ratchet and Clank come out. What everyone called, oh, this is going to be a great game, didn't do as well. You had Astrobot come out. Ooh, it's a good platformer. Debuted at 34, 35th on the list this week. You had we're going to talk about Concord. That one.
Wah, wah,
we
wah.
they had
It had a revolutionary historic opening.
yeah. Well, they had
It
to give
had a
you money back.
historic
They,
opening. That was historic.
they had, yeah, they may have had a historical, but they had to give you money back. So what I'm trying to convey is that Silent Hill should have been a third party game. It should have been released as third party game. It's gonna if that game is not going to appeal, but as OG said, it is only going to appeal to the original fan base that likes the game. I cannot see in somebody that's saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna stand in line," figuratively speaking, like the old days. Ooh, I'm gonna be the first one to get this game and download it and play it. I don't see that happening because even though you can say all these hard games and you can talk about hard games, Silent Hill, I may, you and Serge may get mad at me for saying this, but Silent Hill is not Resident Evil.
No, oh no,
You
I
can talk about all
1000%
No,
agree.
I ain't going down that hill.
Resident
You
Evil
crazy.
first for me. Oh
you
no.
can talk, okay, that's my point.
I'm just
You can
saying
talk about
the
you
from
can
the
talk
There
Sony
was a cult.
originators.
Yeah,
right,
there
right.
was a
I
cult
agree with you,
Silent Hill
but
group.
right, I agree with you in that perspective. But for them to try to lock it up, it is not going to hurt Sony because they just money had the game for a year. You're not going to get people to buy that game. If the game sells 2 million, like bonkers, maybe because they're bored, but the history of these games released, Helldivers, that did well, but it's not trending well like it
It's
should have. It's
it's
not on the
starting to
top.
come back. It's starting to come
Right,
back, but that's because of the way developers are starting to listen to the fans and work with the people.
right. But Silent Hill is a remake. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So we already know the story.
So you think it's gonna sell like
I just
this
don't think
game that
it's
just released DDR around the same?
yeah, I don't think it's just going to do gangbusters. I just don't see it because it's nothing new.
I don't think it's gonna sell Gangbusters because I don't think anything's gonna sell Gangbusters
Because
nowadays,
right,
really.
because you know what? That those who have money, I'm sorry to say, those who have money are only spending it on Madden, NBA, Call of Duty, or any other first person shooter that they like. And you got Dragon Age coming out. I think Dragon Age is going to do extremely well on both platforms and
Uh,
PC.
hopefully.
Space
God of
Marines is
War,
doing really well.
right, and Space Marines. God of War did well. I mean, God of War just didn't do well. It sold 27,000 on the PC. The and I'm just at this
Well, that
point.
was during they whole
No, it
single
just
player
released. It
bad
just
phase too.
right, but right.
Like what? Way?
I just think, and to some extent, Sony hurt themselves by just only depending on Call of Duty and those games being, making people think those are their games. Now, a good amount of people think they don't even think they're their games. They just say, that's what I'm addicted to, and that's what I'm going to play. So, for people thinking Silent Hill, if I was a developer of Silent Hill, I'm like, nope, we can't afford to make this game exclusive to you unless and I don't know why they don't put these targets in there if you're going to guarantee us 5 million sales over 2 or 3 months. If we don't hit those targets, then you owe us money. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, it's not worth it. You can't money had a game unless you guaranteed to get something out of it. And it doesn't appear or seem like their fan base, and I got a PS5, I'm not buying Silent Hill. I'll wait, what, 4 years, it'll come to Game Pass. I'll be good.
He said I got enough to play for now.
I got too much to play. You do too. We all got too much to play. So
This generation is Elden Ring. It belongs to Elden Ring.
then
That's
you
what
got
it
Elder.
belongs.
Then you got Elder. And then they said they're going to renounce
Elden Ring
probably
and GTA 5.
Resident Evil 9 may get announced tomorrow because I did see one somebody said last week the Resident Evil 9 is going to make an announcement by the end of the month.
They need to do Code
And
Veronica.
with the PlayStation State of Play tomorrow, it may be announced tomorrow, but we'll see. I just don't have faith in Silent Hill 2 being the game and making those sales numbers that everyone thinks. And let's talk about the one that no one wants to talk about. And that would be Concord. Reportedly cost a record-breaking $400 million.
Mm-hmm. That's
What
the
do y'all
word in
think
the
about
street.
that? That's the word on the street, because according to some blogger, game blogger, podcaster who said it cost $400 million, and they talked to their cousin sister. I'm being funny. They talked to their cousin sister, uncle, brother, who told them
I
that
heard
they
it
talked to
through
a
the
developer
grapevine.
that they spent $400
That
million, but
Concord
$200
was
million on X, and
400
then $200
million.
additional million when it was with Sony. In
Lies.
addition to, I think, the $100 million that they paid for the studio. So, what do you guys think about that?
So was this game was in development
OG,
how
go
many years?
first.
8.
That's another thing. 8 years. I can't. It has
Yeah.
it concept. Yes, I think it was a concept, but I don't think that game. There is no way that game took 8 years to develop. If
It
it
was
was,
too.
how
I
many maps did they
I
have?
mean, I
20?
think the game it was in development too long, and they wanted to catch the wave of those Fortnites and Overwatches. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch is different than
I say
Fortnite.
concept. But okay, so what do you think? 400 million. What do you believe? What do you think? Give me your opinion, OG.
Actually, you know who? It was Sir Rich that told me it was 400 million. I thought it was 200 million. I'm
No,
still trying to
400
tell him
million.
how this game was 400 million. I just don't see it.
I don't either. But go ahead, give me your opinions, and we'll go to Surge, then Jazz.
I think it stayed in development too long, and I don't know. I didn't
And
really see
then they said it was toxic positivity, as someone said, meaning that you couldn't complain
Mm-hmm.
about the game. We have to keep everything positive.
That anybody who had any kind of
Yeah, negative.
critique
Yeah, critique.
of it,
So
Feedback.
feedback, critique, had they
had to be
erased it.
positive feedback.
They wouldn't look at it, erase it, doesn't exist, whatever.
I don't know. I just feel like that's incredible. I mean, they spend money like that, like on a Naughty Dog game or something, you know?
Oh no, they don't.
And it
It costs more than Spider-Man. It costs more than this
costs more
game
than
costs.
Last of Us
Mm.
and stuff like that.
Not even the cost of a Naughty Dog game. Huh. Because how much was the
I
last
don't
Naughty
know.
Dog
I'm
game?
really speechless.
Okay, go ahead, Surge. What are your thoughts?
If it's true, they were paying far too many people too much for such a little. That this, I guess, I don't know what could go wrong. Maybe they had too many hands in the pot. I don't know, because 400 million for something that gets sweated, was a social commentary that destroyed it, or was it just really that bad, or was it just we got beaten down with this Overwatch type battle royale, and you have to come out with something really new, like for instance, like what they doing with the Marvel. Everybody knows this is the Overwatch. Everybody sees it's Overwatch, but everyone's excited because of how they doing it. Like Valorant. Why isn't Valorant falling on its face? Valorant came out recently, and it seems to be doing okay. It's not shut down. At least it ain't doing that bad.
Valorant was free too.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
that
the
could have been
game
it. The barrier to entry to kill it.
is so
Because if it was
cookie
free,
cutter, maybe.
it might have done better. But it wasn't made to be free. It was
It
made for
wasn't made
somebody
to
to
be
buy in,
free.
and when you buy in stuff, you have to have a good structure. They people that can latch on to it. Because when a good character is a character that people want to try out and want to be, like to just click out and be this person for this moment. If you got a bunch of characters that nobody can relate to or nobody feels connected to,
But and okay, so let me ask you another question to that then. In order to get that opinion, that means one must play the game first. That means
well,
that the
no,
game.
you
Well,
could
hold on,
see.
hold on, hold on, hold on. What I tell people, and I want people to always remember, the people on Twitter don't mean a thing. Okay, the people on Twitter is such a small subset of what people actually think. Because the way the people on Twitter or any other social media site tell you, the way they'll tell you, all these PlayStation games should have been a billion sellers. Yet in reality, they weren't. So
But I'm
when you
saying, like,
look,
when it be like how Overwatch came out. Overwatch, their marketing was crazy. They wanted you to understand these characters and see what it
I
was like to be
understand,
these characters. It
but
was
but
like they
but
made you want to be. It wasn't just a look. It was an actual the
but
lore and everything to it as well.
but that's when it launched. What about when it was in um um was it beta when they
They
let
were
people play
releasing
it?
videos well before it came out.
And
It was
again,
like stories and stories. It's like every week a story came out up until it launched. It
I
was
don't
new
remember that.
videos and hints. It was they was
Really?
dropping like videos and it was different videos of different characters
Okay.
up
I
until it
don't
launched. It was
I
good
don't play.
marketing. Overwatch had good marketing.
Oh, I'm not talking about Overwatch. I'm talking about Concord. I ain't
No,
talking
I'm
about Overwatch.
saying that's what they did to
Oh,
Overwatch to get people like, oh, I want to see what this character is about. They gave you pieces of their
no, they
story.
did do that. They did do that.
That's
But
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about
It wasn't
but
just the
oh,
look; it was also the story.
but my point I was making with Concord is that which you were talking about, I'm like, well, it was in beta on the PlayStation. My point was those people on PlayStation, even though they didn't know anything about it, it was a free game at that time, and they still didn't play it.
Well, yeah, but I think it was
which is
I
crazy.
think it was like word of mouth because usually
I
betas is it to get into open beta is word of mouth because there's a lot of people like for instance sometimes I miss the beta like when you say
but
the
then
Call
it
of Duty
went
betas
to
I
but
missed the
then
Call of Duty betas you would have had to say something like oh the Call of
but
Duty
then it
betas
went
like
but then it went to the PlayStation subscribers. I mean, PlayStation subscription service people. And I didn't even download it because I'm like, oh well, I ain't downloading it because
why didn't
it's
you
just
download
I wasn't playing it anyway because I saw what it was. I don't like hero shooters. I'm not a big fan of
it? Okay,
Overwatch
so
anyway.
it's just your it wasn't just your
Yeah, it
type.
was just wasn't my thing.
That's all.
What about you, Jazz?
That money had to go somewhere, cause that doesn't make any sense. Like, who pocketed
Somebody
it? Y'all doing money laundering? Like, what? 8 years, 400 million, just to lose it all on, like OG said, which is one thing I've been saying from jump. That type of game, that wave is over. So I don't know why y'all waited so long to even put out something like this. Because
if
that
that
made me
wave's
think of
over.
what's it? Not Half Life. What's the other one? I have it installed. But yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
If that wave is over, Marvel Rivals is gonna flop, and I don't think it's gonna flop. I think it's gonna do okay.
Well,
The
Marvel
keyword,
Rivals
okay.
got iconic,
Yeah, they got
Look,
right.
I'm
Yeah.
going up against that game. That type of game
That
is
type,
dead. That's what I'm going up against because
yeah.
I keep hearing y'all say that. But if that's true, Marvel Rivals will fall on his face. I'm just saying that to y'all's statement
And I
because
can,
that is that type of game as well.
yeah, I
So
can
that
partially agree
True.
with that only because lately people been slapping Marvel on everything. Like
True.
Marvel's
True.
everywhere. Just because there's Marvel doesn't mean it's gonna be successful. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but if it flops, I still wouldn't be surprised if it does good for it. But that type of game, that wave is. I'm not saying people aren't playing it, but that wave is over. And 400 million, that makes no sense.
at all.
None.
that's ridiculous.
What other games cost 400
Who y'all
million? Let's
paying
see.
off? What's going on?
Let's see. Let's
Is
pull
that your opinion, Jazz? Okay. What I think is, from what I'm hearing, this is it cost before PlayStation acquired it. And you guys listen to my theory on all this. And I'm going back to come forward. So the game cost, from what I heard, 200 million before PlayStation bought it, and then they put that X amount of dollars in it, right? So that's 400. That's how they arrived at 400 million. I don't know if that included marketing. If I don't know what that included, but I assuming and I've heard it didn't count the price they had to pay for the actual studio, right? So let's roughly say we're at $500 million. You developing a hero shooter, and the article said something about, and everyone was trending on it, saying that it was toxic positivity, right? Now, do you guys remember? And I don't know if Jazz hasn't been on social media. Or I don't see her on social media as much, but I don't know if you guys remember someone saying something about the PlayStation Touch, right? That when PlayStation does a game, because they have so many geniuses at PlayStation, when they touch a game, they know how to make games, right? Remember that?
Hmm.
Y'all don't remember that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when
Once they don't miss.
hold on. Let me get my when Redfall came out, everybody bastardized Microsoft right around, right?
See, they can't make games.
Oh, right. They can't
I
make games.
told y'all.
But if you buy a company, which Redfall was, Sony was very actively trying to get control of Bungie, right or wrong.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
oh, we got these protocols in place. If you don't hit these numbers, we're going to take the studio. So where is that same logic, so to speak, when firewall? So where I'm going with this is there should have been no such thing as toxic positivity if Sony took over and then they didn't put their 2 cents in. That doesn't make sense because you're telling me on one end they put their 2 cents in on everything else because they wanted to take over Bungie, and then they let Bungie come in and cancel all these games. But then they looked at Concord because they quote unquote saw it as Star Wars, or that they could work like Star Wars, or they can franchise it like Star Wars over 10 years. Why didn't Sony look at the game from their perspective and say, hey, when we bought you, we got to make changes? This what because everyone just said, "Oh, Sony know how to develop games. They're masters at this." Apparently not. Do you guys see where I'm coming from? Or are you guys saying Sony should just stick to doing single player games?
So you stick to doing single player game.
Don't do too much.
They
Because a
had
lot.
some good multiplayers, but they canceled them all.
But did you not hear what I said? They let Bungie tell them what was going on. So, but my point I'm making, if Sony has this Midas touch, why didn't they see this as a failure in the very beginning when they bought it and said, hold on, we got to make some changes? Does that make sense? And everybody's blaming that studio for all this. No, you blame Sony for this 100% because you were the one who acquired it. You can't just say, I'm going to wastefully spend my stockholders' money because that's my money. I'm a stockholder. You wasted my money to buy a company. You're not giving me my dividends on my return. I want all my money as a stockholder, right? So you wasted my money to do something and let them control it. How does that make sense?
But it don't.
They didn't have a fiduciary responsibility. They have a fiduciary, but they didn't exercise their fiduciary responsibility to make sure that they are developing the right games or putting their 2 cents in because it seems like this game they knew about it and just let it go astray. And if that's the case, they're at fault. It's not Firewalk. It's not anybody else because if you're this great studio development company, you should have been in it from day one when you saw all this stuff happening. They saw all this happening. You're not going to tell me that they didn't know this was happening. You mean to tell me they had all these beta tests or test plays with people who came out and said, "Oh, this is going to be a great game. We tested it with 1,000 people. Oh, all of us like it." Yet when it hit the streets, people don't like it. How? You throw a broad swath out there to get gamers in, and then all in all, nobody likes it. So I mean,
Dude,
Go ahead.
I just oh, this is just the Call of Duty effect to me, man.
I think that is exactly no. It's not the. It's the Call of Duty effect where Sony has got their gamers only looking at a certain type of game.
Call of
That's
Duty was
why.
such a cash cow for them.
You
And
can't
but
switch it
yeah,
up.
They didn't
exactly.
care about nothing else. So that's what I think.
But in the end, if the game costs $400 million, that's where I'm going at Sony. That's their fault.
Hmm.
That's their fault. Just like they want to go in on Bungie and say, "Oh, Bungie ripped Sony off," or "Bungie did Sony wrong." No, they didn't. The only thing that I don't agree with is with the people getting laid off and the people losing their jobs. Other than that, Bungie did what they were supposed to do. You selling your company, you trying to go for the highest penny. You don't settle for the lowest. That's like somebody telling you to get a job and you say, "Okay, I want to go for the highest." If somebody can hire you for X and you take the lower price, don't complain. You got what you paid for. You get exactly what you deserve if you don't know how to negotiate. Especially when Microsoft told them Bungie wasn't worth the price that they were asking because some Microsoft walked away, right or wrong.
That's right. They walked away.
They walked away. But you gonna come back in out of desperation and spend what, $3.6 billion. Head should have rolled. But I don't blame Bungie. I don't blame them for. And then people say, "Oh, they're buying all these expensive things." I'm not worried about what somebody else bought. People need to give the blame to Sony because they are the ones who overpaid. Yet you blame Sony's way of doing things. Because if Sony would have did what they were supposed to do, paid the right amount of money, they wouldn't have had all the money to spend. It'd have been more focused on making sure their money is well spent. That's all. And that's the same thing that applies to Firewalk and Concord. Overall, again, I don't think that game costs 400 million to make. I don't. You can't convince me that costs four. And if it did, I'm gonna predict this. The end of the quarter is this month, and when Sony gives their numbers at the end of September, at the end of October, early November, we really are going to know how well they did. Because if they say we're going to lay off another round of people based off that loss of 400 and they didn't hit their targets, and they're going to start writing stuff off based off of that, then yeah. Otherwise, I- if they just say, okay, it didn't do well and leave it at that, no one loses their head and they don't close studios, the game didn't cost 400 million. It didn't. Because if the game costs 400 million to make and you couple that with um, Bungie, that's $4 billion plus lost or didn't realize their gains, however you want to call it. But that's my way of looking at it. We'll see. But I just
That's a
don't
lot
think
of
the game
money to lose, boy.
exactly when you put all that money in perspective, 400 million here, 400 and it's 3.6 billion. Mm-mm, I can't
Math
see
ain't
that.
math.
I just don't see that game cost 400 million. That's just
Math,
my opinion.
math ain't mathin', as they say.
The math, there you go. The math ain't mapping. All right. And getting
That's the
back
whole
to,
Spider-Man franchise for them, ain't it?
yep. What do you think? And I'm talking about this article where it says we're building plans for the 25th anniversary of Halo and Xbox. Microsoft confirms in a new interview, we have such a rich heritage. You have to celebrate that. So, 2026, I think they're going to celebrate. Or the end of 2025, launching something in 2026, whatever. Do you think it's going to be coupled with a new console handheld or what to celebrate Halo?
Halo themed console. No.
If it's in
Hmm.
2026, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a new box, Halo Edition.
I wish they would do a Halo movie. It wouldn't be ready, but oh well. They'll launch at movie theaters in 2026, but they don't have it.
Should have been got that, but
But
They
I
could
do think they
release
can
the
launch
new
a console.
the
Then
Batarang.
console. What about a new Halo? What about a new Halo game or the continuation of the Halo game, the next phase. What do you guys think about that with a new console?
I can go for that. Remember that green edition Halo console they made?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of my buddies
What
had
about
it.
you? Say what?
One of my buddies
They,
had it.
Oh, really?
when your buddies had it, yeah, they should come back with that green edition one. That'd be cool. 25th anniversary, yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. What about you, Serge? What do you think?
Mm, Probably gonna re-release some games because last time,
Remastered Halo
mhm.
games like Halo 3, ODST?
Or some of the classic, yeah, ODST. That would be one they haven't done yet.
You know what I wish they would do?
That'd
Hmm.
be cool.
Totally remaster the original Halo CE
Yeah.
What you mean?
Now,
for the
if
new
you do
gen.
that,
For which
you want a
List
whole
there.
which
Li-
controls?
I
The
want a
list.
whole
current
new look if
controls?
you're gonna do that.
That's a very good question.
If you're
What?
gonna do that, whole new look.
What do you
Pick your
mean
own
whole new look?
controls.
I want a whole new design. I want a
Okay,
whole
I'm gonna
new
say this
design.
again. I'm gonna say this again because maybe something was lost in translation. I said a totally remastered. I don't care if you redo some of the controls of the original Halo,
And, and
and it's
that's
for the new gen consoles. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, I want a whole new art design. I always wanted that in the first place. You know that.
You mean the
Like
whole
what?
Halo, but in like
Yeah, I want
Gears,
I want an
Gears,
overhaul.
a more deeper, richer world. I'm trying to get your point when you say that because you can't really go that far when you turning it and you making a remake, not remaster, but a total remake of the game with the same plot,
I want
everything exactly.
yes, I want it wouldn't even it'll be Halo, but it just be a whole new art design going.
Give me a
And
look
you
you
can play it
give
in
me a
third
look you
person.
going after. Give me a look you going after.
Space Marines.
and see that
Nah,
was
that's gonna be too
something like that
cartoony.
would make lose it because in Halo is geared more towards like actual military vehicles. Like
Right.
imagining what bio soldiers would look like in our military. That's why they look like that. They look like tanks and jets. Like if you look at their helmets, they replicate different vehicles in the military.
Oh yeah, you know the Space Marines, they 10 feet tall.
Yeah, but that's different. That's more like medieval meets hard metal, heavy metal esque space warrior. Because that's more heavy metalish to me, rather than grounded in reality. That's more you wanted more sci-fi and gritty and kind of like
I want to keep
comic-ish.
it right. I want to keep it a little more gritty, but the same plot, the same everything is the same, but it look more real. I want more realism with the character.
Okay,
And if it's designed in, go ahead.
change the look of the flood. You know how they pop. You know how they pop and
Right, that's what I'm
explode the
saying.
bus
More realistic,
like that.
more
Yeah,
realistic, and Unreal Engine 5.
plus just ooze all over your face when you shoot them and all that
But
stuff.
you got to get an engine. I'm saying Unreal Engine 5.
That'd be cool.
Okay, what about you, Jazz?
Mm, like I said, I think they're just well, not just, but the console, a new themed console. I don't know. It might be too soon, but what do y'all think about a new Gears? Like the
Well,
Gears
they
first
already
one?
already
coming
said
out
that.
though.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
they already said that.
Brand new?
It's a brand new Gears coming out. They we showed that,
They mean like a continuation, I believe.
but not for the Halo anniversary next year.
I'm just saying, I would like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
in addition to
Yeah. But no, other than the
okay,
console, I mean, that's really what I can see. A controller, of course, the whole
I
shebang.
think they go all out with a controller, a new Xbox Halo console.
As long as they sell the
Uh,
controller separate, because not everybody wants to get a new console. Me being one of them.
no, it's gonna be but I think but the new console is launching in 2026. So you're thinking just to give you the controller.
Hmm. I'm hoping.
Oh,
I'm just saying it'd be nice.
Jazz, you want
Mm,
okay? You want a
okay.
controller?
Yeah, at least, because not everyone's gonna buy, jump to buy a new system. Oh.
Okay.
I mean, what would you like? Like the Duke controller or something?
You said a Duke controller.
The
Yeah, like the
original
big Duke
controller, yeah.
The
controller.
Batarang.
Oh no, I don't
The
like that
Batarang doo doo duke.
one. Nah. I'm thinking like maybe like green, something with shimmery gold, halo colors. Hmm.
Okay, that wouldn't be
Okay.
bad.
Serge, what about you?
Mm, like I said, I can see them doing some classic because for Halo, I could see them doing some classic remakes, maybe re-release a multiplayer collage or something like that. That would be crazy if they made another Red versus Blue and then just made a multiplayer suite. But
That would be hot. That would be hot.
of all the different games, but to really uh like you said, you hit it on the head. Like when you said a remake of Halo 1 and just redo the same story, but
It's it
Make it
in
prettier,
Unreal Engine
crispy.
and make it pretty and gory and crispy. And I think that would hit it out the park with that
put a
new
run in
thing.
it.
Now, to
Like I can
please,
run in
Add,
Halo 1.
right, right, exactly. But to
add the
please,
third person though.
to please, Jazz, it's backwards
Add the
compatible with
third
the new.
person.
That
Add the
could be
third.
done too. I don't know if I want to play like Halo. I don't think I can play Halo in third person. I wouldn't want to.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I can see your point of doing that, and I wouldn't have
But
a
Just
like
have
problem.
the
having the
option.
option like they have it in GTA
Yes, just
5.
have the
Yeah,
option.
yeah, I agree with you.
Because you do go to third person in some instances, like when you jump in the truck and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So they
that's true
do
too.
Right,
have
You do
times
do
when
right.
you had third person. And then they can
that.
sell skins.
Sure
Hmm.
could.
Yeah,
Your skins. You'll get to see your skin. Yep.
that's true. Okay, so we'll see how that transpires. I just hope they make that new console. Oh, I know what it would be. How about this? I'm double gonna get this. If they did a Halo handheld edition in that green.
In that green.
Yeah, Jazz be
Yeah.
all over
Yeah. The green shell. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
that.
Yeah. I'm feeling that.
Now, see, that would sell like crazy too, because that'll be a special edition, and people buy that. I buy that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. People buy that.
okay. So, what do you guys think about Thursday at the Tokyo Game Show? Xbox got told everybody to watch. Uh, Jazz, what do you think's gonna happen? I got a thing that I'm wish would happen, but it's not. I got my thing that I'm gonna say is gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, but I'm just gonna say it to be fun. But I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Ooh, I know what.
Go.
Blue
No,
Dragon.
what?
Blue Dragon. Remake Blue
Fantasy speak.
Dragon.
That would work too, but it ain't happening. But that would be nice because they own that IP.
Right.
That'd be like
I
them
wouldn't make it
killing
turn
yourself
based
too.
though. I wouldn't make it turn based because Blue Dragon
No,
was
no
turn
turn base. No turn base. No
based.
turn base.
I am so sick of turn based.
No turn base. But Blue Dragon be nice.
Yeah.
I always
All
like
right,
that
Jad.
game.
What about you? What do you think they're going to announce now?
I
They have some Final Fantasy rumors over there. So what do you think?
don't know. I mean, Japan heavy RPG. Hmm. I really don't know.
Ooh,
I'm hoping it's something cool and new that we haven't heard of. Mm, I know what I want, but it's not gonna happen.
what you want?
New Katamari.
That's that
Katamari
Bjorn
Damacy.
ball.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
I just like fun, quirky Japanese
Okay.
games. So give me
Hey, I
something
ain't
new.
mad at you.
The big rolling booger.
Huh?
That's the big rolling booger.
Yeah.
The big
I guess
rolling
you could
booger.
call it that. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop. Okay. Serge, what about you?
Tokyo. It'd be cool if they made Lost Odyssey too.
It'd
But
be- If they announced it, yeah.
that would be
That
crazy.
would be hot. That's Miss Walker Studios, like Blue Dragon. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know
That would
what
be
they
hot.
would announce for Tokyo. Because I don't know what games they have. Well, yeah. Maybe that 33rd, what is it? 33 game. That
33 and the
looks,
third.
yeah, that game may
33 the
be
third.
something they talk about again, show more of that. But
Okay.
like
That
new
would,
IPs, I'm lost on it when it
I didn't
comes
say
to.
new IPs. I'm just saying, what do you think they're going to announce?
Oh, announce, well, like I said, that 30. What's that game? They kept talking about that 33 souls or something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. I just can't say it. It's
I do
33.
not remember. I just remember 33. um, and I can see them showing some indies, but I really don't know. I
I
really
could
don't.
see it being. I could see it being a Final Fantasy game they announced. I could see that.
There you go. Now you're hitting home.
I'm not even
I
thinking
just
about Final
assume, yeah.
Fantasy. Like what Final Fantasy? Like a MMO or
The
a
Final
one,
Fantasy
new
the
one?
one,
16. Final
yeah,
Fantasy
16.
16.
Not 16.
16. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you did say it doesn't have to be a new IP. Just what would they show?
They not gonna let Final Fantasy 7 come out on Xbox.
No, that's not coming out too soon. So that's what you said, Final Fantasy. Anything else?
That's all I could see
Okay.
in Japan.
And
That's all I
here's
could
what
see.
I say is going to happen. This is me. I'm just guessing it ain't going to happen. So don't take this with a grain of salt. But what I say is going to happen is that Microsoft is going to announce a partnership with Square Enix where they could probably say we're going to own a limited partnership with them, and we gave them X amount of dollars. I don't know if they had to announce that to shareholders because it's a lot of money, but that wouldn't surprise me if they did because Square Enix was in need of money, and Microsoft said, "Hey, we want to form a partnership, and we'll give you 100, 500, I mean $1 billion over X amount of time for a limited partnership." And this is to say that all your games come to Xbox, and we have the option to say they come to the Game Pass if we choose.
Dude,
Now,
slow
hold
up,
on,
slow up, slow up,
hold
slow
on,
up.
hold on. Let me get my other piece. It's rumored that 16 is coming to Game Pass. So Microsoft got money, and my whole point was if they're making all these partnerships and saying these games going to PS5, that Xbox is doing, they're pulling that money in from somewhere else because they have other plans. And I just think they're being strategic. They're doing something we don't know about. Okay, so what else are you gonna say?
I was gonna. Do you remember that episode of Dave Chappelle, the Blind Klansman?
Yes.
Mm.
I hate,
Clayton Bixby.
but I love
You remember
skateboarding.
that?
Clayton
Yeah,
Bigsby.
I remember that.
You remember when the head exploded? When they seen him up there? That's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about right there. these Sony heads will explode if they lost Square like that.
What?
Well, they lost, but the thing is, they lost Square. Square has already told you that they don't. Okay, here's the thing that no, I don't think a lot of people are not bringing to the table with Microsoft. And this is me, and this is going to lead into our last subject. But Square did not hit their targets, and they just announced it again last week. Did they not?
They did.
It would behoove Microsoft to get into Japan.
Behoove.
I
They
like
are
that
not
word.
in Japan because they sold their last studio. Why get rid of that studio when that was your only link to Japan? The only way you're going to have a good link to Japan is form a big partnership with one of their major developers. They did it with, well, they did something with Sega because they're doing that back end project that hasn't been released with the cloud. I think that's with Sega or is with Capcom. Sony supposedly has Capcom on lockdown with the Resident Evil series. Fantasy is floundering all over because it's just not doing well as a PS5 exclusive. But if Microsoft came in and gave them a bag and said, we were going to give you $1 billion over 2 years or 3 years, you think about that amount of money that they could get. And remember what Sony said? They were using Call of Duty money because they had the exclusivity, right? To fund their other games.
Yeah.
Microsoft can use that same logic with some of their games they're giving Sony, and everybody's mad. But hey, if it funds their other things in Japan or anything else, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
my wild theory, it's not going to happen, is that that is what my plan would be. Let me form. It doesn't make sense for me just to bring a game over and them to make this announcement. They have to be coming big. They have to come big. If they're going to take all this time up at and announce it and say, "Hey, everybody, watch us. We got something." If you're just going to bring one game over, so you have to be announcing something big. And my thing is, they have some development, and I'm probably wrong. This is just me thinking. They just got something big agreement with a developer. Everybody needs money. Microsoft needs Japan. What better way to kick off Japan than form a partnership with Square Enix? And I think does Square Enix have mobile games too?
I think
I
so.
don't think they
Yeah,
got a
They
yeah,
have
yeah,
some
few.
they
So,
Final Fantasy mobile
yeah.
games.
okay, is it Microsoft trying to launch a mobile store in gaming?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
So that's where it comes in for me is that this is what they could do to form a strong partnership because mm, mm, people can think what they think. Microsoft they have money. Money is not the issue. The issue is that if they give their money, they're ready to make the money. So if I give you money, I need to see return on investment because they're always thinking about that shareholder. They got a return. I want my money. So that's my wild thought that they have to come big and they have to do something. Why do a show separate and say we're in Japan? Oh, we just gonna bring these and we're gonna bring this. The merger is over. They can spend more time. So they have to have some type of strategic partnership with somebody. And if it's not that, then I don't know what it is. Thoughts before did what I say make any sense? Or y'all think I'm crazy?
No, I mean I do agree they need to make a big splash there. I agree with you on that. So it's a thought. It's a thought for me.
Hmm. Which leads into our last topic. Is y'all about Sarah Bond and the Bloomberg article. What did y'all take away from that article? Did y'all read some of it?
I I for me, if Microsoft does not, if they're not handcuffing her and give her the reins of Xbox and let
Not
her do what
really.
she wants to do freely,
Exactly.
she's going to succeed. But they got to be hands off with her because she knows she has to succeed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, did you read her bio where she came from? She came
Yeah,
from
no
everybody.
doubt.
A lot of people didn't know. Like I said, I liked her diversity. The adversity that she spoke about when she was in college and she was at Yale. She couldn't get to a club because of the way she looked, and one of her friends did, and she saw how people were treating people based off what they are. She
Mm-hmm.
understood that, and she came to Microsoft. And then she was telling everybody, "Look, Phil takes the heat on Twitter, but she takes more heat on Twitter because people are thinking she didn't belong." But I'm like, I kept telling them, when I see people say stuff like, I'm like, do y'all know about this woman? This woman is Ivy League educated.
Yeah, all over the world.
People just look and
All over the world.
stereotype
England,
instantly.
all over the world.
Yep, her parents and her father worked for British Telecom. So my point is, again, what did Phil tell her? People at Microsoft weren't used to her because to me, they were saying you're too aggressive and you don't give up. You're not supposed to give up. Fighters don't give up.
CEOs aren't supposed to give.
Exactly. And what was funny that she said is that I didn't notice. I don't know if you guys saw it in the article, but she came out and she said, I didn't know she was responsible for putting the deal back together when the CMA blocked it. Did you guys know that? Because I
Yeah,
was under the
yeah.
impression
That was
Phil did
mind
that.
blowing.
Mm.
I
Yeah, that
was
was
like,
all her. Yeah, that was all her. Yeah.
that was her. And I'm like, they didn't give her the credit she deserved for that.
And
She put that.
that's when Phil made her president.
So hold on, let me go talk to them.
When
I'll
she
work it
got
out.
that deal back together. Yeah, that's when she was made president. See, like I just said, if they keep their hands off of her and give her
And
the
let her do
reins,
his, which goes back to what I just said. She's part of that mobile stuff. She has to put these mobile games together. They didn't announce anything about mobile yet. So if Square Enix and a lot of these other Japanese are heavy in mobile, why not have exclusivity to their mobile stores too when you launch your mobile store? Not exclusivity, but make sure they bring a lot of that stuff there.
right?
She's thinking outside the box, which I think she should. So, but I just
Because I,
found the article. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was about to say she's the type that's like, hey, what you made me the president for if I can't do my thing? You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
She that type. You can see that all in her.
This quote in the article says, "No one can just see a situation and quickly grasp exactly what's going on faster than Sarah."
Yeah.
There you go. She ain't to be flexed with. She knows what she's doing. But like I said, who's holding her back is Microsoft. That's what scares me about her is that
Me
she,
too.
if you read the article, a lot of stuff they were talking about. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised when I read that article and it said, well, she is the one who put all that back together. I'm like, really? I did, and she was responsible for it. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I got down to the article in that piece right there, yeah, I was like, oh man, she it. She it. Shoot. Phil probably gonna retire in a minute.
You like they
She
want
gotta
him
get
out
yeah.
because he looks tired every time.
But you gotta
They
you
don't
gotta
want her.
let her spread her wings, you know?
Yeah, because she's too aggressive. They don't want her. I can promise you, they don't want her.
And they don't want to lose her.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so it's real interesting. It was a good article. It was really good.
I was
Really good.
shocked about the article. I thought it was an excellent article. I thought that they have a lot of pressure on her to build that gaming side, mobile gaming and the platform, and to build a new Xbox. Somehow that mobile side is going to be integrated with that new Xbox handheld. I trust and believe she's going to say
Oh,
whatever
oh, it is.
Xbox we put out for the mobile side, it's going that mobile handheld, the handheld, that mobile game store is going to be switchable in that too. Because what makes the sense of having a mobile game store if you can't use the mobile handheld to take advantage of your mobile game store?
No doubt about it.
What are your thoughts, Serge?
Mm. Like I said, I didn't read the article. I touched on it, but I ain't read it.
What are your thoughts about her overall, though?
That she's a shrewd monster.
There you go.
That she knows how to talk the talk and walk the walk, and people think that they can talk to her. She's a different type of monster. She's like a little bit of that old school, like sit in the room and talk to you straight face, and just a excellent negotiator. And she can, like you say,
Hmm.
read the room. Like she doesn't seem like one to let her emotions get ahead of her.
Oh no, no, not at all. No, always
That's
calm, cool, and collective.
hmm so she is a monster.
Oh,
There
True
you
she
that.
got
go.
something to prove. You think she don't hear all this rhetoric? Oh no, she hear all this rhetoric.
Yeah,
She got something to prove. She has something to prove for real.
I'll just say, I wish they let her fight. I wish they let her use. Because remember, there was something in the article that said that Microsoft never treated Xbox and some citizen as the bride. He was always the bridesmaid or someone second, meaning they didn't get Xbox never got the attention. But where they are
Mm.
now, number three as far as pulling in revenue, they have to get the attention. The
You
only
got
thing that
to.
I will always blame Microsoft for is the only thing I blame Microsoft for is the lack in marketing, lack of marketing for the products and services as far as Xbox.
Maybe they don't look at the marketing as so hard because the profit still rolls. You know what I
But
mean?
you still, yeah, but the okay, let me
But
ask
I,
you this. No, no,
but
no.
I do
You
get,
just said
you
it.
know,
I don't get their marketing because you can't go out in the street and ask anybody who games outside of core gamers what's Xbox Game Pass.
right? That ain't good. People should know what this is and the value of it.
My nephews have Game Pass, but that's because I told their mother about Game Pass. I didn't know they had it.
It's worth it.
Really? I can just pay monthly and don't have to worry about all the games they want to play? No, just pay monthly. That's it? Yes. But it's interesting, so to speak. But we'll see. The two things, like I said, watch all this for. Can Cerebon pull off this store and the mobile and the games and what they're going to put in the next Xbox and what Xbox is going to do in Tokyo? I know I may be completely wrong, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Is that I would have made some type of strategic alliance. Everybody love money. These companies, they love to have that extra money.
Mhm.
Hey, they want us to watch, so they got something going on, right?
That's my point. Like I said, don't tell me to watch something. All you're doing is bringing me
The
one
same
game.
old
I could care less.
refresh. I want
They
some new stuff. Y'all been talking a
There you
lot
go.
this year. I need something fresh.
must got something.
They got to bring something to the table. That's all I was saying. That's all I want to make sure of. But we exhausted all our topics. So, oh, Jazz, you didn't give your thoughts. Huh?
Got it.
You said you didn't read it, but you were about to read it.
Oh no, I said let me pull it up on my phone. And I was saying no, she's
Oh,
dope. And I read
yes,
that
she
quote
is.
about her noticing issues and tackling them right away. Like she's badass, as they say.
You read the part about when she was 8 years old and Coretta Scott King.
Yeah, told her she gonna be something.
He gonna be somebody.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at her
I
now.
forgot about that.
Look at
I
her
forgot
now.
about the part about Coretta Scott King.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
she
gonna be somebody. I was right. You didn't prove me wrong.
Coretta Scott said you gonna be something. I am like, wow.
Hey, if we don't breathe life into our kids, who will?
Ain't that the truth?
True that. True that. But everyone, those are our topics. We'll see what happens Thursday. Hopefully, I'm right. If I'm right, y'all owe me big.
Ha!
Yeah. Help me.
We'll see about that. We'll see about
Okay. I don't know. I just know I don't want to hear anything about some doggone. I mean, I would love Final Fantasy 16 to go into Game Pass and we can download it Thursday or Friday. Yes,
that. Oh, that
that is
Wow.
what I know is going to happen. That
Dang,
I'm banking.
ain't you not there, ain't you?
Hmm? I ain't
I
have, but
said,
it's too much. I ain't.
you not
I
there.
mean, I wish I could take stop working for 6 months and just to play games. Well,
So I'm
Go
sorry.
pay
I'm,
my
I'm required.
bills.
I'm
there you
required to
go.
catch up on my library. I'll see y'all in 2
Just-
months.
yeah.
Like, just run
I,
everything for me and don't make it fail.
Hey, I
But
call I'm gonna go on sabbatical. That's what a game is sabbatical. You know what? Just play games because I wish I had the time just to do that.
Keep them paychecks coming though.
Hmm.
These games be falling off the radar so fast, man. They come out. Damn, I want to play that. I want to play this. So much. Mm-hmm. What can you say?
Hmm. But those are our topics, people. So let's get our outros going, and we're gonna see what's going on next. I mean, by Thursday and Friday. So where can
Hey,
we find everybody
if it's something exciting, I'll be available Friday night.
Mm,
to do a podcast?
Yeah, if it's something
And you better be.
exciting.
If it's something exciting, you better be available Thursday after Thursday night because it's gonna be Thursday.
Oh, it's gonna be Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Phil's talking Thursday. Actually, it ain't gonna be Thursday night. It's gonna be Thursday at 5 a.m. when it comes on. But I'll be at the gym, so it'll be Thursday. If you want to hop on late Thursday, if it's something exciting, I'll get on StreamYard and we can talk
Okay.
about it real. But
Real
we'll,
quick.
yeah,
Okay.
real quick. We can do an hour and give our thoughts. But anyway, Lady Jazz, can you help us with our outros?
Yep. So
And we,
I will be
yes,
streaming Wednesday, more than likely, if not Friday or
and
Saturday.
Friday,
Yep.
and Friday. I know you and Serge going Friday.
Yep. 7 Days to Die. The saga continues to continue. What else? Instagram, Facebook, Jazzymoto, Twitter/X Jazzymoto, and YouTube. I got some new shorts up. Check them out. And yeah,
Yeah, your shorts appeared on my, and I just
I
opened it up,
saw
getting
that.
ready to put that stuff. I'm like, hey,
I was like, shoot, 3 point something K views. Shoot,
yeah. I'm
hit
like,
that like
dang,
button, y'all.
yeah, she had 3.9 thousand. So you had 3,900 views.
I just need them
mm,
thumbs to match.
Yeah,
Shoot.
I'm happy
What
for you.
else? Yeah, and the full campaign of Call of Duty's up too, and I still got some editing to do, but that's where you'll find me.
Okay. Next is the next your partner in crime that you game with on Friday. Serge, what about you? You're gonna be 7 days to live. If she dying, you gotta live.
hey, you should see. They use me as the tank, man.
I'll set
I'm the
myself
tank of
on
the group.
fire. Check out his clip.
You, you can't.
Yeah, I actually uploaded something on my YouTube. You can check that out on Sir Rich. I got my playthrough of Call of Duty, and I was editing the video, made some shorts. getting back into the groove of things.
That's
You
good.
can catch me on Twitch at Sir Rich as well as Sir Rich Gaming on Facebook, and on X it is Sir_Rich. Yeah, we getting back in the groove of things. We starting to stream regularly on Wednesdays and trying to get back on Fridays, but it's like everybody's birthday is we
Yeah.
back in birthday season again out of nowhere.
Oh,
Like
I know. I went to a birthday party Friday night.
Saturday for us.
Dude, happy birthday to my mom on Wednesday.
All right.
All these
Happy
September
birthday,
birthdays.
Miss Yazimoto mother.
For real. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Anywhere else that's OG, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Monday with the rest of the crew. You can also find me on Twitter, OGMM. And you can also find me on Facebook, All Things Group Geeky. I was about to say All Things Groupie. All
Groupie.
Things
I
Geeky.
ain't nobody group.
You gonna say, come on, groupies. You too old for groupies. What
So
are you
we
doing,
don't do that no more.
So yeah, you can also find me there too.
Okay. Let's see. You can find me gaming on the One. You can find me on PlayStation as One. I should be streaming Friday, and we will podcast Thursday if the Xbox will announce something good. If they say Phil Spencer announce something, I'll put something up exactly 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be on conference calls, but you'll see a call starting at whatever time OG gets off work. So it'll probably be at 7 o'clock.
Sound okay?
Okay.
I will
So
be
that
around by
being
that time. Shoot.
Yeah.
okay, so if anybody want to jump on, I'll be doing it, just letting you know. So if anything hits in the scope of what I was talking about, I text you guys and say, hey, let's go. But you can catch us and like and subscribe, everyone. And we'll catch you on the next one. So that being said, our favorite buddy Serge can get us the heck out of here.
Oh, it's time to say holla.
It's
Holla,
time to say
everybody.
holla, holla,
Holla, holla, holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, everybody. Holla, 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 holla.
holla,
Holla,
holla.
Let me holler at you. 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 Holla, 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 holla.